We are back on Get Up. West Conference last night, Warriors and Timberwolves. Steph Curry hoping his teammates can keep their season alive in Game 5. Anthony Edwards, JWill had other ideas.
I mean, he was just balling right here in this court. Look, this guy is Thanos, man. He's taking everybody.
And Julius Randle, I'm not sure who Thanos' friend is, but whoever that is, Julius Randle's got range. Steph Curry can only watch in dismay. Wolves an 11-point lead. Late in the half, it's a 12-point game, and we're going the other way. Wolves had 20 assists in the first half. They have a 15-point halftime lead. Third quarter, more from Edwards. Edwards joining Kevin Garnett last night, UD, as the only Timberwolves with 1,000 career playoff points.
And I love the fact that he scores points, but the biggest thing about last night was he got his other guys involved. A career playoff high, I think, with 12 assists last night, and that was the most impressive thing to me.
He was terrific. Jimmy Butler, not so much. Quiet night for Jimmy. Randle going the other way. Wolves a 21-point lead at the end of 3, and they can smell it. Fourth quarter, Golden State making a little bit of a run. They cut it to 9, but wherever they had a question, Allen, it was Anthony Edwards who had an answer.
Yeah, and that's been the whole series. But again, defensively, the Warriors just could not contain this team, and that's been what they were their strength for most of the season.
You mentioned the 12 assists. There was one of them, a career high on the alley-oop to Jaden McDaniels, and so it's all over for Golden State. After Steph Curry goes down with the hamstring in Game 1, they never really challenge again. The real MVP is Monica McNutt, who flew back from Boston last night and made it in this morning. But the real question you have, congratulations, the Timberwolves. This is where they were a year ago. We'll see if they can take the next step. But you were wondering where one player was when Steph went down.
You weren't asked to win the war. You were asked to hold the damn line, right? For one game. One game, not 2 games, not 3 games, just one game. Give the sun in your solar system a chance to rise again for Game 6. That sun is Steph Curry. And what we came off last game where he took 9 shots, the fact that Jimmy Butler only took 11 shots when you needed him to be the most in this game is shocking to me. It's shocking to me. It's the biggest question I have from this series. This is a guy that's going to get paid $120 million over the next 2 years. $120 million, took only 11 shots. Now, I know the game got away, but UD, you're going to swing. If you're going to go out, you are going to go out swinging, not taking 2 more shots than the 9 shots you took in the game that you didn't come out for the night before.
Look, when Steph went down in the second quarter of Game 1, but they won that game anyway, we all sat here and said, well, look, they've got Jimmy Butler now. This is what he's there for. Win one game to force a Game 6 where there would have been extra time, and maybe Steph makes it back. What did we see from Jimmy Butler?
I mean, this is who Jimmy is. I tell people this all the time. Jimmy is a very smart, calculated offensive player. He preys on mistakes. He needs you to have weaknesses. If you don't have a weakness, if you don't make a mistake, it's a tough night for Jimmy Butler. You put Jaden McDaniels on him. You have Ant-Man on him with athleticism. You have Julius Randle on him with size and strength. Then you have Rudy Gobert sitting in the paint. This was just not a series for Jimmy Butler. As great as Jimmy Butler is, there is a difference between LeBron James and Jimmy Butler. There is a difference between Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler. There's a difference between those guys. And that takes away nothing from Jimmy's greatness. He said it himself. I'm not the fastest. I don't jump the highest. I don't have the most skill level, but I play hard as hell. Well, that wasn't enough in this series.
Honestly, guys, this is without Steph, this team is back to the future, right? I don't think any of you would take Jimmy Butler over Stephen Curry. And so now you swap them out, and we're back to the team that we saw prior to February, which we all wondered if they had a chance to do anything in this window that was closing on Draymond and Steph. Yeah. So I get it. I hear you, Jay, and that was certainly the expectation. This is why you made the trade. But the practical basketball of it all, you're now back to this roster where you're questioning whether these supporting cast can hold the line enough, and it's way too much pressure on your centerpiece.
Let's remember what Jimmy said when he got to Golden State.
Exactly.
I'm Robin. I'm Robin. And I've never seen a movie where Robin did anything to save the day.
Well, Robin has to do something to help.
Robin usually causes trouble.
That's why Robin is there.
But Batman is not gone. Robin is supporting Batman.
That's right. Robin is usually tied to the train tracks, hoping that someone will come along and rescue him. And I'm not here for the Robin slander, but the point of it is this. I will admit that I am a hopeless romantic, and so when they made this deal and Draymond said, oh, we've got a chance now to win a championship, I found myself dreaming one last run for Steph. And obviously it didn't happen, and it happens in the worst possible way. I mean, for him not to even be healthy, to go down on the floor was just awful to watch.
You think it's the last run for Steph? You think this is the last
That's what I'm asking you. Was that his last, was this, with Jimmy and everything else, his last best chance?
All I'm saying is I've seen the Golden State Warriors get creative before with their personnel and roster.
The one
I just never.
Big move. You're saying big move.
Why not Giannis?
In the words of Aretha Franklin, ain't no way.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way what?
Ain't no way in hell they go back to the finals with Steph. And even with Steph, and this is no fault of Steph. Steph has been amazing. But you look at the West, it's only getting better.
Yep.
That's true.
Ant's getting more confidence. Julius Randle has reached his peak right now. He probably could get better. What are you going to say about SGA and those guys over there at OKC?
Oh,
I mean, come on, man. And I love Steph, but the reality of it is age is undefeated, dog.
I don't know, man. If Steph were playing in this series,
If they had five steps,
they might have been a favorite.
If they had 5 steps, I would give it to them.
No,
They said with Steph in this series, they would have a chance to win.
They don't win this.
They have
What are you talking about?
It goes seven.
They have a chance. They have a chance.
Steph was roasting him the first game before he got hurt.
Yeah, and Julius Randle roasted everybody.
Well, that's fine. That's later.
Yeah.
Insert
Draymond
soft
Green
tissue
couldn't guard him.
injuries, which are now either early signs or signs of what? Either aging or you're not taking care of yourself. And we know Steph takes immaculate care of himself.
Yes.
So I'm with you, Jay. I think it would have been far more competitive. I still think I would have taken the
It would have been
Wolves
competitive,
coming out
but
of
I
it.
think the Wolves still
This is
win.
a young man's game, and we are so resistant of like giving that to the
Come on, Monica. I played 20 years.
Okay,
Don't do me like that. I played 20 years.
Wait. Everyone's talking over each other. Alan,
Sorry, but just point off the other thing to point to the obvious with the Golden State roster is they don't have any size, and this is a league of length and athleticism. They don't have either one of those. They spend a lot of time on the perimeter. Butler was getting them to the free throw line. He did have 11 free throw attempts in this game. It's the one thing he did continue to do. But when Draymond Green is your big man and he's 6'8", you're not going to win a lot of games in the Western Conference with the way those teams are built.
I understand.
Out.
I'm just saying, with Curry and Butler in the lineup, they were 23-7. So I hear what everybody's saying. I hear what everybody's saying about the fact that, hey, I would have had Minnesota favored, just like a lot of us had the Celtics favored, except Monica, right? So all I'm saying is things do happen when you got a guy like Steph that can get hot and pop off at any time.
So maybe the point is, if we're ever going to see him back on that stage again, they're going to need one more big offseason move.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And Jay keeps talking about Giannis to Golden State. Could there be anything there? We'll see. Otherwise, perhaps we've seen the last of one of the all-time greats on the biggest stage, the NBA.
I know we had a shot. I know we could have gone the distance. Maybe we wouldn't have, but it doesn't matter. Again, everything in the playoffs is about who stays healthy and who gets hot.
It sucks to end it without Steph, but they beat us. You know, injuries are a part of it. We've won championships. When guys got hurt, that's a part of it. You know, you try to, you know, you want to be as good of a team as you can be, but we always say you need a little luck.
Draymond Green and company could not hold the fort for Golden State with Steph Curry being out. This marks the first time Green and these Warriors have lost 4 straight games in a postseason. That's the 3rd longest streak in NBA postseason history. It's also the first time under Steve Kerr that the Warriors lost a series in 5 or fewer games. That's incredible.
Hello, xin chào các bạn. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn đi tô màu nhé. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ cùng các bạn đi tô màu những sản phẩm như hoa quả, con vật, đồ vật, vân vân. Và bây giờ chúng ta cùng đi bắt đầu nào. Mà trong quá trình các bạn xem video của mình mà thấy hay thì hãy cho mình một lượt like và một lượt đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình. Mình cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều.
Long toàn vứt rác vào thùng rác rồi. Long toàn vứt vào thùng rác ở đây thôi.
Vứt cái gì?
Rác.
Rác vào thùng rác.
Vào ở đây này.
Nó dí nó vẫn là thùng rác mà.
Có đổ đâu. Vứt tôi ngoài cổng rồi. Chỉ có giấy vứt ở đây thôi.
Lưng lên thằng nhá. Lưng để